Because we're a multi-professional team, we've got therapists as well as nursing, I think it's important that your leadership varies depending on the team and the service that you're needing to deliver. So I wouldn't say I've got a very strict leadership style. I think I've got a very flexible leadership style that adapts to different situations. But I think what I would say is that I'm very motivated and I tend to think outside the box an awful lot. So I don't sort of restrict myself to this is a process. If it's the problem and it needs solving, we find a way to solve the problem. So I sort of lead from the front, but in quite a creative manner. I like to keep in touch with all our grades of nursing, and I like to keep in touch with patients because that's what's important to me. That's what drives me, is trying to deliver better services closer and nearer to patients. One of the things that is very difficult with community nursing is recruitment. And not only recruitment, it's retention of staff as well, because community is a very difficult place to work. It's a very challenging place to work. One of the things that I helped or designed was a Nurses New to the Community course. And that was that as soon as nurses came into the community, if they've never worked in there before, we're very fortunate that we have our own school, so the Marsden has its own school. So we're able to design a bespoke course that covers all areas of end-of-life care, autonomy, self-management, motivational, things like that, that they wouldn't get in their training. Not to the degree that we need them to have to be able to work autonomously in the community. So that's one of the first ones. And that certainly had a very positive, positive feedback from all the students that have been, the nurses that have been on it. But it's also a recruitment, positive for me recruitment as well, because people see that we're doing that and they will single us out to come to our trust rather than go to another one. So that would be one that we've certainly done. And another one would be that we've designed a in-reach team into the acute trust, and that helps them turn around patients at the front end of the hospital that can have their care managed somewhere else in the community. And the other aspect is helping the acute colleagues in the hospital to get patients out a lot sooner. Because we've got the experience of what can be managed in the community, we often identify patients that they wouldn't necessarily have thought about discharging back into another community setting. So I think those would be the two that I would flag up. I'm most proud of my staff, without any shadow of a doubt. When I came into the trust a while back, there was quite some demotivated staff. There was some staff that lacked confidence in themselves and they didn't have the belief that they could go a lot further than what they have. I've sort of grown a lot of staff from very junior posts into much more senior posts. We've brought back a lot of good education for the district nursing courses. So there isn't one of my staff that I'm not proud of, because they've all now go beyond, way beyond what anybody could expect them to do. They're just a phenomenal team, and I'm very proud of the Marsden that I work for.